You've got to take big chances in order for the potential for a big positive outcome.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Tiger uppercut!
Hello, welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to the Boring Company. Back with another episode. Wow, awesome, great to be back. Okay, so I've been away a while. A lot's been going on in Las Vegas, more specifically at the Las Vegas Convention Center, the project that's linking up to Resorts World. There's been lots of really good progress, and the team should be really proud of the work that they've done. And I thought that I'd just cover that today because a lot of you are not in the know, so you won't know what's going on really. Because I seem to be the only person talking about this, and it's a great shame really, because this team deserves a lot of credit for what they're doing here. So let's first start off with a little introduction to the project in terms of how it's laid out. Let me pull up my pen. So, as you can see, this particular part of the project, very wavy line that, has been completed many years ago, almost, and it is functioning quite successfully. Everyone seems to enjoy using it. The functionality of this system is improved. A lot of the conferences are very happy that this system is here. People can get from the West Hall to the South Hall or the Central Hall. All these things are working very well. We have Resorts World Hotel here, which was, I believe, finished in 2020 or 2021. So it's a brand new hotel. It's certainly one of the top 3 biggest hotels in Las Vegas. Very grand hotel, and they are connected up to this system. So initially I didn't think this system was going to be physically connected into the Las Vegas Convention Center loop, but I was wrong. I made a mistake, or things changed, I'm not too sure, but basically the system is connected up as per this loop here. So as you can see, the aim of it is to do a loop as such. The area in purple has been completed. This area that I'm drawing now in red has been completed. We are now moving on to this particular part here, which is, I think it's just under half a mile, maybe slightly more than half a mile. Let's say 0.55 miles, approximately, if you include the curvature. This is this part up here. There is already a shaft here, which has been designed to accommodate 2 breakthroughs for TBM. So you've got one breakthrough that's already occurred here, and eventually one that's going to come from this direction along Convention Center Drive, which is this road here. So there you go. That's the overview. What's actually been going on? So progress, very good. We really like to see it, because this proves that the Boring Company can execute. And if they can execute on this project, you sort of think that when they get onto the bigger projects, they're also going to be able to execute, because they have learned the fundamentals of building tunnels, building stations, building ramps, launching TBMs, pouring concrete, installing formwork, false work, blah blah blah. All this stuff they have got into a nice little sequence. I imagine you can see that there. That is the launch site. That is the conveyor belt kind of expansion system there, the tall tower, and it's come all the way down here. So this picture, I believe, was from late September. So as you can see, we are defining our site with our hoarding, and then the initial excavation work has begun. Piling, this is September, so this is a long way away. Here's our piling rig, CFA piling rig, continuous flight auger. And then here's some progress from early, maybe late October, early November. As you can see, our precast concrete retaining walls have gone in. Soldier piles and whalers, they have all gone in. And I very much like this soldier pile system. It's very cost effective, very quick to install, and it's easy to install for the people actually running and managing and building this. So this is great. A question that I need answering, maybe you can tell me in the comments below. As you can see, there is the tunnel. There is the tunnel lining. So we know that the TBM went through here. It definitely went through here. Otherwise, how would they have assembled these concrete segments, the tunnel lining? So I am guessing that the TBM is somewhere here underneath the ground. It was never removed. So the question is, if it's never going to be removed, will it just stay there forever, or will they disassemble it? Or I'll show you at the end of the video, there might be a way to remove it and or maybe even use it. So as you can see, our steel beams have gone in here. They also assist with the retaining walls in terms of resisting the lateral loads here, and they're beginning to infill as well. So this is all great progress. If you're wondering where this is the west station here. Those are the solar panels. Hopefully you can see that. What has happened? So this is from third week in October, I imagine. This is a plant room here. I think I've already shown you these photographs, but it's nice to see the progress. This was from the first week in October, I imagine. There's the excavation. So all in all, you know, good progress, but it gets better. It gets better. So the area was made watertight early to mid, in fact early November. It was made watertight. So as you can see, we have our precast concrete planks or slabs that have been installed on top of this area here. It forms almost like a node where vehicles can come in and then be transferred to other parts of the station, or maybe out of the system. And it's interesting how they've included a plant room in that. I imagine that kind of approach will be standardized, because there are a lot of mechanical and electrical systems, obviously, that are connected to these tunnels, and they have possibly some fire suppression systems and some fire kind of warning systems as well. So it looks like that will be part of the standardized design. What else can I see on this drawing? I'm intrigued to see what this skylight is going to be for. I think that's for ventilation. What's this over here? Is this formwork? Is this false work? It's most definitely formwork, as it's a vertical system. I am very surprised at the height of this. When I initially saw this, I thought, well, maybe they're making a feature of this and they're going to have kind of a retaining wall that sits about 10 to 12 foot above the existing ground level, and maybe they kind of paint it and put a sign on there. But it looks like they've just oversized the formwork for this particular job. So this is preparation work. We can see our tie bars in there as well, for them to pour concrete. As I said before, this was early November. What's happened since? So the concrete, I believe at this point the concrete was poured. So this wall forms part of the ramp. So vehicles are going to come out here and then go into the west station. I don't know if you can see that there. Hopefully I'm not covering it. This formwork is going to stay here, or it did stay here because this is in the past, until this concrete here, this reinforced concrete, has cured. Usually that's left there for 28 days, but I believe it was removed after about 17 to 18, maybe 19 days. And that's good to see. So as you can see, this is now a watertight area. They've sealed it all up, and they're now beginning to backfill into this area here. I'm just looking now, realizing that there are the soldier piles still there. I don't know if they intend to leave the soldier piles and whaling in the ground, or if they intend to remove it. You'd think they would remove it, but you know, who knows? It's not exactly an expensive element, and you could essentially leave it in there. Is it really worth the effort removing it? Probably not. They could always source new materials for the next jobs that they do. Don't need to keep reusing things like that. So that's done. Here it is finished. So as you can see, you can physically actually walk up to this now if you're in Las Vegas. Please don't walk into this ramp here and take pictures, because that would be very naughty, guys. So don't do that, and then don't send it to me. Please do not send me emails inside here, you know, what's going on and you know how it's laid out, because that would be very, very naughty. And especially don't walk down here and see if the TBM's there. That would be very, very silly, guys. Don't do it. Okay, so as you can see, here's the West Station. This will link up. So eventually, we're looking possibly January, February. I don't think this is going to be ready for the Consumer Electronics Show, CES 2023. I'm sorry to say. My favourite show that I love to watch. I literally spend maybe like a full week just watching CES. Absolutely love it. I love gadgets. I love things like that. I buy a lot of things and then don't really use it. So they kind of exploit me in a way. But vehicles will come out. In fact, that's not correct. Vehicles will come out here and then they will park up here. And then obviously they'll be able to use the system, and then they'll be able to get to the East Hall and the Central Hall as well. So it's a well integrated system. I think it will go online end of January, possibly February. The probability that they get it ready for CES, I'm going to guess, is around 10 to 15%. And if they can't get it ready for CES, they're probably going to just delay it until the end of January. But all in all, excellent progress. Really happy to see it. The quality of the work looks exceedingly good. Just on kind of first glance. Obviously, like, you know, if I really wanted to judge this, I'd want to get actually into the ramp and, you know, get my hands on here and have a good look around. But it seems on the face of it to be of a very high quality. They completed it in good time, and from all sources that I'm aware of, they were well on budget with this particular job. So they've completed the three core things: time, cost, quality. So again, excellent work. The hoarding has been removed. The site is open. They're going to be integrating this into the system, and this is obviously going to increase the throughput of this system, potentially getting very close to 5,000 passengers per hour, theoretically. Maybe 4,800, 4,900, something like that. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see the data. Okay, so we're getting on. So, why am I so excited about what's going on? This is an old picture, by the way, just to make you aware of that. That's an old picture. There has been some new developments over the last week. And the key development is over here, which is just to the right of... So, West Station is just over here. So just to the right of that station, we've seen them doing some piling work in this area previously, and then they've started doing this. Now, instantly I look at this and I recognise a lot of elements that I have previously set out and built on other jobs that I have worked on in the UK. And as you can see, it looks like they're in the process of constructing a deep excavation or a deep shaft. And I believe this will be a launch pit for Proof Rock, and eventually will become a ramp, maybe an entrance ramp, I'm not sure, an exit ramp, or maybe both. It'd probably be an entrance ramp, I'm guessing. But as you can see, there are these forms down here, and these forms are basically so that they can do piling, and this piling will form a retaining wall. Now, they are also constructing, you can see concrete down here. You can see there's a bit of concrete down here, and there'll probably be some on there. In fact, I can see some there. So this concrete here is going to form essentially a guide wall, which allows them to bore down with the CFA piles, and that will form the wall. As you can see, they have these kind of, the term cardboard kind of forms. They've filled them full of earth, and then they will bore through those. And then I believe this is all guesswork, because I don't have plans. It's very difficult to say exactly, but I believe once they have built this guide wall, they will then bore the piles, reinforced concrete piles. Some will be just concrete, some will be reinforced. So you can see these are your female piles, and then these are your male piles. So you have female, male, etc. These will be poured. They'll then excavate the rest of this. They'll install the props and the ring beams, as they have done here. You can see it all here, guys. They'll follow the exact same kind of process, and then they will assemble the TBM, and we will begin the next stage of this project, which will be to perform the full loop. That will significantly increase throughput of this system massively, and it will offer a lot of convenience because you're not having to go back on yourself through the other tunnels. So what this does is it means you've got essentially a one-way system, and that will speed up things dramatically. This is all excellent news. We're happy to see it, and I'm hopefully going to get lots more photographs of this, and hopefully we should see this particular construction project start. I'm imagining around February time. So then new updates will follow from me from then onwards. How long do I anticipate that will take? Let's say 3 months. 3 months of work. Everything's already built for them. They've already got the reception shaft at the other end. The TBM's looks like it's ready to go. They may use this to pull out the old TBM, this shaft here. Then again, they may just leave the TBM underground because they've got plenty of miles out of it now, and they can just basically scrap it. They got the internals. They just leave the shield, which is this bit in white here. This bit in white will remain underground, as well as the cutter head, and it will just live there forever. And be a memento to this particular project. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that update. I hope you're excited about this project. It's great to see continuous progress, and the Boring Company continues to impress me. And hopefully we'll start to see some other projects in other states very soon. I'll keep you updated, especially on YouTube, but also on other platforms, including Twitter, Discord. Please like and subscribe. As you know, I'm on Twitter. I have a check mark because I love the site, and it's very well run. I forget who the CEO of Twitter is. You forget these things, but it seems to be a lot better run since October. Follow me on Patreon if you would like to support the channel, and consider the Discord as well. My Patreons, awesome people. Tom, Mike, David, Chris, Jim, Curtis, James, Harry, Crunch, Milton, Frank, Fred, James, Daniel, Adam, Phil, SGX4, Alex, Ethan, William, Roy, Jamie, Lucas, Tom, Robert, Philippe, and Nick. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. And remember, guys, don't be boring. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Perfect.
Excellent!
Hail to the king, baby.